special guests, respected principal, respected teachers, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today, in this auspicious occasion, I am very glad to get the opportunity to say something about probably the greatest book in our Sanskrit literature, the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is a synthesis of Vedic and non-Vedic traditions, reconciling renunciation with action by arguing that they are inseparable. Srimad Bhagavad Gita mainly teaches us the Karma Yoga. It teaches us that while following one's dharma, one shouldn't consider oneself to be an agent of action, but attribute all the actions to God. Srimad Bhagavad Gita has total 18 chapters and over 700 verses. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is not only a literature book, but it is a real meaning of dharma. It was told to the Pandava warrior Arjuna by the Supreme Lord Krishna in the middle of the great war Mahabharata in order to relieve him from the worldly Maya. It was told to him in order to make him understand the real meaning and the real essence of Kshatriya Dharma. Srimad Bhagavad Gita was being told to King Dhritarashtra by Sanjaya, and later on it was written by the great saint Veda Vyasa. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as I earlier said, has over 700 verses, and each and every one of them hold great importance and value. One of them from chapter 6 verse 5 is Uddharet Atmanatmanam Natmana Mohasadayet Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhu Ratmaiva Ripuratmana. The meaning of this verse is, let a man lift himself up by his own self alone. Let him not lower himself, for this self alone is the very friend of oneself, and this self alone is the very enemy of oneself too. My dear friends, to understand this more, we can take a situation of mount climbing as an example. A teacher takes his student for mount climbing training. They are climbing a cliff by a rope. They have reached the halfway point to the top, and suddenly the student sees that his hands are very tired and he can't hold on much longer to the rope. He also says that he might let go of the rope. In this situation, the teacher can say nothing but motivate him enough to pull all of his strength to his hands and climb up further up, and to not let go of his hand, because if he does so, then they both will fall and something very bad would happen. By understanding this situation, we learn that no teacher can fully guide or drag us to our destination, but we can reach our destination, we can reach our full potential through our own hard work and effort. Lord Krishna says that we ourselves have almighty power inside us, and we can only succeed in our field if we can learn to use that power properly. He says that ultimately we are alone in this world, and we cannot expect anyone to help us, to drag us to our destination. Srimad Bhagavad Gita holds these kinds of knowledge a lot. It says that we can only be guided to enlightenment but all the hard work